Hello. Today's a good day. I feel pretty calm. I mean, yesterday I came in. It was my first video I made in like, I mean, 4 months, something like that. I don't really feel like doing the mental math. I don't remember what month the last video was, but it had been a while is the point. And I was pretty anxious going into the recording process. I had a lot of thoughts stirring around. It was kind of hard to keep uh, good order of thoughts, like one idea leading to the next, like one step up, then one step up, then one step up. I was kind of going from here to here, and then, oh, I missed this piece of information down here. I need to. So it was like kind of a jumbled mess of a video. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I'm happy with how it came out, right? For the first time doing one in a while. But today I think I have a little bit more peace in me, a little bit more calmness. I think I could bust out a good video right now. And actually, that's kind of the topic I wanted to talk about, how being calm, cool, and collected improves your chances of success at anything pretty damn drastically. Um, uh, so when I was walking here to this little nice nature spot, I was a little disorganized in my mind, a little anxious. I had just finished doing some hill sprints, so maybe I was just tired. Oh shit, that's a bee. Okay, so maybe I was tired. Maybe that's an excuse. Maybe I was just anxious for whatever reason. But my thoughts as I walked started getting more and more organized. And what I was noticing was that the more I understood my problems, or I wouldn't even say my problems, but the more I understood, the more I came to a feeling of a sense of peace. I was more able to put my focus on how beautiful the nature around me is. I was looking at this little centipede that was on the road on the way here. It was cool. And when you're anxious, you don't notice how cool those little things are, how pretty the trees are, how pretty those flowers are. Like, this shit's pretty cool. I like it out here, right? When you're anxious, you don't like it so much. It feels the same as when you're anywhere else. You're just, well, it's because you're not there. You're in here, and you're thinking out problems, and you're trying to solve them with, I don't know, in a simple way. I don't know, how do I explain it? Anxiety kind of makes you like, so instead of going through your obstacle, anxiety tries to make you like figure out a way to go around your obstacle and avoid the thing you're scared of. But when you kind of are relieved of that anxiety, you realize, oh, it's much easier to just go through the obstacle, figure out how to actually like solve that problem directly head on, and then next time that obstacle comes through, you know how to finish, or you know how to get take care of it. It's nice. It's nice. You feel like you could focus on other things when you just alleviate those fears. You feel like there's, dude, this bee. Maybe I have some anxiety, but deep breaths help too. Deep breaths. That's something I've been focusing on a lot. When I'm feeling a little anxious, not even when I'm feeling anxious, all the time I'm trying to be conscious of how deep my breaths are. You gotta sit up kind of straight. I've been kind of like scrunched up, but sit up straight. The way it works is carbon dioxide, if that stays in your lungs and you're not like deeply exhaling all the carbon dioxide, that causes stress, and that is not good. So it causes, of course, when you have mental stress, you're also gonna have physical stress. So tightness in your lungs, or tightness in your muscles, lungs, chest, like chest as in like it's harder to breathe. You feel like compressed. So it's funny. to relieve anxiety, you need to breathe deeply, but to breathe deeply, you need to have lower levels of anxiety. It's kind of a weird bi-directional relationship, but I've noticed that about a lot of things with health. Bi-directional relationships are really everywhere you go in achieving health, which is why you can build momentum pretty easily. You do one good habit, and then it makes it easier to do another good habit, and another, and another. I know I switched topics from the deep breathing, but that's how my brain's rolling today, so I'm gonna just go with it. Explaining that just took my mind off of it. Oh yeah, momentum. So it seems the healthier you are, the easier it is to do things that improve your health. Like a depressed person is going to be much less likely to go to the gym and improve his mental health than someone who's already, say, like here in mental health, maybe they're not great. They have to still force themselves to go. They're like, fuck, I do not want to go to the gym right now, but all right, I'm going. They get there, and then their mental health goes here. The depressed person, they stay home, they do nothing, they stay depressed. This person got a little bit happier. Now, tomorrow it's going to be easier to go to the gym. He's going to go here. So really, you just kind of, here's a good way to think of it. You got to use, take advantage of momentary motivation. So what I like to do, I find at night I'm most motivated, right? Even though it's like right before I'm going to bed, it's time to sleep. That's the thing that is most important. But I'll be laying there in bed thinking of all the things like, oh, I need to start going on runs when I wake up. I need to start practicing mindfulness. I need to start all these different things. I'm gonna I have this idea that I'm gonna educate my friend on something, whatever. He needs to learn about discipline. I think it would be a positive thing for me to teach him what I know about that. But you take advantage of that momentary motivation, and then so maybe it's like this much motivation, right? It's not like, oh, I'm so excited to do this thing, but you have a little bit of passion behind it, right? Rather than you're just making yourself do it because you know it's the right thing to do. You have like this much reasoning, like, oh, I know I should do it, and this much motivation, this much passion behind it. But I think this much passion is good enough. You put your foot in the door, you do the thing. No matter how successful you are at the thing, the success really comes from the fact that you did it at all. So don't really get too caught up on how well you do what you're trying to do. That doesn't matter. The fact that you do it, the first time you do something, you're not going to be great at it. Don't get caught up on that. Just keep moving forward. Just keep doing something more challenging than what you did yesterday. Yesterday you did something challenging. That thing that was challenging made your skill level go up. Your skill levels, if your skill level goes from here to here, you're gonna need a challenge that's a little bit above that, a little bit harder, so you can learn a little bit more. So the next day, do something harder, do something more difficult, do something more challenging, more up to your skill level, your new skill level, not your old skill level. If you want to stay where you're at, yeah, sure, old skill level, but we want progress here. Progress makes happiness. It's the same thing. Progress and happiness are the same thing. More time you spend working on your goals, the happier and more fulfilled you're going to be. You're going to have this anxiety lifted off your chest. You're going to be able to breathe deeply, comfortably, without having to force it just because, oh, I know I should breathe deeply, so I'm going to. But you actually feel it's natural to breathe deeply when you're calm, when you're at peace. It's a good feeling. You should all be working your ass off to achieve peace. Here's something actually. So like I said in the last video, I'm wrestling for college, right? One of my coaches, he has, we were lifting together. He has this tattoo on his ribs. It said something in Latin. I didn't know what it was. I'm not gonna be able to remember what it said in Latin. I don't know Latin. But I asked him what it meant, and he said, you're gonna have to Google translate that yourself. So I did, and it meant, here, let me think. If you want peace, prepare for war. I think that's I had not heard that quote before. I think is an amazing quote. If you want to achieve peace, work your ass off. Prepare yourself for any situation, and then you'll have an understanding of what you need to do without having to frantically like come up with ideas and figure out and problem solve all while you're trying to and you should be trying to enjoy yourself, right? So you can't really do that when you have all those thoughts in your head. If you want peace, prepare for war. That's great. I need to honestly look more into that quote. I kind of just read the direct translation, not the history behind it. It kind of seemed like something that was it had like a whole Wikipedia page just about the quote. So I mean, honestly, I probably should do some more research. I could tell you guys more about that if you want. If I want, I think that's more important. Whatever feels natural to you and whatever feels natural to me, for me, right? So yeah, I think I covered what I wanted to cover today. I'm happy with that video. I'm happy. Everybody, go make some progress today. Do something difficult. Do something above your skill level, just slightly, just enough. Get into flow state. I haven't talked about flow state, but I know you guys, most of you know what flow state is, right? Getting in the zone. It's the same thing. Do something that makes you better.